What's up, guys? It's Will with Basic Gear Review, and I'm here with Michael at Phil Jones Bass. How you doing, Michael?
I'm doing great, thanks.
All right, so you want to tell us a little bit about some of the different models of amps and stuff we got going here today?
Sure. A new model for 2017 would be the Cab 47, as you can see right here. It's 4 7-inch drivers and a tweeter. Stacked together, I mean, makes a pretty nice size rig. On top of it, we have the BP 400, which is a Class D analog preamp. Our new head for 2017, and it's 350 watts at a 4-ohm load. It weighs about 3 pounds, and street price is $5.99, and for the cabinets, they're $4.99 each. Those are some of the new products for this year. Also, as you can see behind you, is something pretty interesting. This is the earbox. And the great thing about the earbox is basically it piggybacks off your speaker cabinet and allows you to have your own personal in-field monitor right by your ears. So no matter how loud the band gets, you know, you're able to hear yourself and all your articulation. It's really simple. I mean, it works on a straight mic stand. It's 2.5-inch drivers. It's a 24-ohm load, and basically we have that kind of impedance, so it doesn't interfere with you know, the impedance of the amplifier that you're using. And yeah, no, it's been a really great seller for us this year. The street price is $219, and it'll work with any speaker cabinet on the market right now. And we've had tremendous success this year with it. And going into next year, this should be sort of like a staple for most bass players who are out there working, because I think a lot of people have a tough time on stage. Being nowadays, the status quo with bass amps is everything has gotten so small, and small is the new big. So in order to hear yourself a lot of the times, I mean, that's where the earbox comes in.
And it's hard to work with people like sound guys and monitors and everything like that. It's so nice to have your own thing. So that's honestly a great idea.
That is for us, you know, Phil is all about, you know, basically being practical and what bass players need sort of in their toolbox when they go out to gigs. And definitely the earbox is definitely one of them. Another product that we've had great success with over the last 2 years is the Big Head. And basically this is our headphone amplifier. It runs off a lithium battery, just like basically your cell phone, and it charges just like your cell phone. And also in the back, it has the mini USBs that allow you to record direct with it if you have, I guess, GarageBand or Pro Tools. It'll work actually with any instrument. It was designed originally for bass, of course, but you can put an electric guitar through this, keyboards, just about anything. And the street price is $250, and it's just been a great seller. We've had tremendous success with you know, just about everybody seems to want that natural sound in their arsenal, so this is a great tool for them.
Yeah, what's really nice about all these things is that they're all really great, and they're all really great street prices too. Like, nothing's too steep, you know, which is really nice.
Yeah, we wanted to make things a little bit more what I call dealer friendly. And our product over the last few years has grown beyond the bass specialty shops, and it's now more of kind of like a mainstream thing where you know, non-sort of savvy bass stores seem to be selling them. So the guys who are buying, let's say, the Federa basses and the Sadowskis are picking up this product, as well as people who've got a Fender bass and just want that natural sound. One great thing about our product is very transparent. You know, it's the sound of the bass and the way we manipulate it. And Phil Jones would always say your tone is in your hands. So, you know, anything else is not necessary, all the bells and whistles. So, yeah, we've had tremendous success, you know, knock on wood, for the last couple of years, growing beyond the bass specialty shops and moving more into the mainstream now. And one last thing I wanted to show you would be this is our new D1000 head. Everybody said, you know, hey, we dig the sound of your product, but could you make something with a little bit more power? So we decided we're gonna step up our game a bit, and we have the new D1000, and it's basically, it's a Class D amp with an analog preamp in the front end of it. It weighs about, I'd say, about 5 pounds. It's 500 watts at an 8-ohm load and 1,000 watts at a 4-ohm load. And underneath it, we have the new C9 cabinet, which is just for those guys who want that massive low end. It's basically 9 5-inch drivers. The cabinet handles about 900 watts in terms of power. One of them is, I mean, pretty massive. Two of them would pull the paint off the wall in just about any club. So the street price for the D1000 is $14.99, and the street price for the C9 cabinet is $11.99. You can find all this information at www.pjbworld.com.
Awesome, yeah, and like with the size drivers you guys have, it's like recognizable right away. You know what I mean? And the tone is so deep and so pure, and it doesn't drive anything too hard because of how many speakers are in there. You know what I mean? So it stays really clean.
It stays really clean. Well, smaller speakers are quicker to start working and quicker to stop working, and they're in complete real time, whereas 10s, 12s, and 15s tend to move a little slower. Everything you play through a Phil Jones cabinet is going to be in real time. We use multiple speaker configurations, so we're taking up the same amount of surface as a larger driver like a 15 or an 18, but you're never losing any of the bass response with it. And yeah, everything fires fast. Everything's in real time. So it's like plugging into a mixing console and hearing your bass through studio monitors. That's basically what it is. And yeah, so yeah, we have a good time. We're all bass players at PJB, and we all sort of like ask each other what what do you like in a bass amp, and what are you looking for? And we all seem to agree on one thing, is that we just want natural sounds. Phil is a connoisseur of basses. He's collected about 85 or so, or even more. Who knows what his collection is now? And he believes that each individual bass has its own sound. It has a unique quality. People make a connection with the instrument before they make the connection with the amp, of course. So they say 51% of bass players are spending $3,000 or more on an instrument. It's getting about the bass and not so much about the amplifier. People want that transparency, and they just want to be able to hear the amplifier in its natural state, and that's what we deliver, and that's what we do.
Awesome, great. So do you mind if we get a couple sound clips of a few of these amplifiers?
You know what? Right over here, I'm gonna fire up the Suitcase Compact and the C4 so you can hear the earbox behind.
Okay, perfect. That's beautiful. It's just so clear and so nice.
Like I said, it's getting back. Just the natural sound of the bass, and no real coloration going on with the amplifier. This is a wing bass out of Rhode Island. It's a very simple bass. It's passive. It's master volume, pickup pan, and tone. So there's no funky electronics going on. And
are those Bartolini pickups in there?
Bartolini's passive. So this is the back pickup.
See, that's it's just unbelievable how tight it is. Exactly.
The sound exactly the way I'm sending the signal. So there we go.
Yeah, see, and it's nice, like you were saying, everybody there is a bass player, so you don't have to worry about the internet and what people say they want. You guys can deliver exactly what you want.
When you're dealing with trying to find the most organic sound you possibly can, well, everybody likes the sound of their bass, right? So why would you want any coloration or anything involved with it? You can't go wrong if you're looking for true transparency. Like I said, people make a connection with the bass. There's a reason why people play Federa, or Sadowski, a Limbic, a Fender. They all have their unique sound, and what our product allows them to do is to hear the instrument in its natural state.
And what's really cool is that if you do want some kind of coloration, you can mix and match any preamp pedals, and at the end of the day, when you're done, you still have this great transparent tone. So it's really, honestly, it's a great innovation you guys have.
Very, very cool. Well, that's all Phil, and he's constantly at the drawing board, coming up with new ideas, and he always likes to challenge himself, and that's what we all really admire about him, is that he's not interested in jumping on any bandwagon. He's moving in a direction all by himself. itself, and and we predict it to be the new standard of what's going to go on in bass amplification in the future.
Oh, I could definitely see that. It's amazing, and it's like I said, there's nothing else like it. It's so recognizable from the second you see it. So it's great. All right, Michael. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Of course, I'm Will with Basic Gear Review, and be sure to subscribe and keep an eye out for some of the reviews we might get on some of these products. We'll see you later.